We cross over, inshallah, in Indonesia, speak to Hafez Abdus Samad Mulla from the Al-Imdaad Foundation. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh, Hafez Saheb.
Wa alaikum salam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ibrahim, how are you?
Yes, and get from you a motivating report, inshallah, about what's happening out with the people in the Indonesian earthquake.
Inshallah. Firstly, to all the listeners out there, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. This is a live report from Lombok in Indonesia, northeast Lombok, where the Al-Imdaad Foundation South African team, the UK team, have joined the Indonesian Al-Imdaad office in assisting the victims of the recent earthquake. The damage that we have seen is unbelievable. The media at home doesn't show us exactly what is going on, but after coming here on the ground, we are witnessing over 67,000 homes that have been damaged, and over 390,000 people are now displaced here in Lombok. And the figures of the people that have passed away have gone over 430 within a few days. So the situation here is very difficult to explain to you in words, but alhamdulillah, the Al-Imdaad Foundation teams from the three offices are working together, and we've been delivering the emergency aid firsthand, and we are now looking at long-term object inshallah.
Yes, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. And when one looks at the gradual process or progress towards assisting people in the earthquake, are you still troubled by some aftershocks? Is it safe to work there? And what are the most significant, in order of priority, type of assistance that you're offering the victims of the earthquake?
If we're honest, Ibrahim, it is never safe in disaster zones. We are at risk at all times. The tremors, the aftershocks can still be felt. After the initial earthquake, we are saying that over 500 aftershocks have been felt. Now, before we left the UK and before the team left for South Africa, we had to sign consent forms from our families as well because of the risks that are involved. But alhamdulillah, with the help of Allah, we are doing what we can. The risks are very high in areas such as this because we just don't know what to expect. But Allahu Akbar, we're doing what we can for the Ummah of Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. And we are trying to make a difference with the donations of the public out there. The listeners of the radio, subhanAllah, your donations that you are giving to the Al-Imdaad Foundation are being delivered first hand. And Allahu Akbar, the 100% donation policy that we have is making a difference to these people's lives. We actually sat right now, Ibrahim, with the victims of the earthquake. They are surrounding us, looking for that hope. So when you come to areas such as this, these people's homes have been damaged. Now, the families' homes that have not been damaged yet are scared to live in their homes. So they are living in tents as well. So it's unimaginable what these children, these elderly are going through. Yesterday, we met an old man over 100 years old. And he was crying and he was saying to us, he has never felt an earthquake like this. And it brought tears to our eyes, Ibrahim. What can we say?
Mm-hmm. Yes. So in this particular respect, the responses from general public around the world, especially South Africans as well, alhamdulillah, what type of monies are you using to assist? Is it a larger part, although Al-Imdaad helps people across the various different religious groupings, but is this a larger part of Muslim population that we are talking about purely just for the sake of stats?
According to statistics, Ibrahim, the population of Lombok itself is around 4.3 million. And our team on the ground, who've already been assisting the people of Lombok over the past few years, I'll say 99% of the victims, 99% of the population of Lombok are Muslims. So, and they are affected. And we've seen that in the different districts we've been to today and yesterday. So we are accepting zakat donations for these projects. You can also give your sadaqah and lillah as well. And we at the moment are providing the first phase of emergency, which will be water sanitation, food aid. And then we are looking at long-term, which is shelter homes. And we've already decided today that we're going to provide Qurbani for these people as well. Unfortunately, in these rural locations, Qurbani was not going to be delivered. But after we visited, we'll be giving Qurbani meat to these people as well. So as we go in these different districts, we are identifying projects. We are looking at long-term, which will be shelter project, and the Al-Imdaad Foundation, the South African offices there, will keep you updated with the projects, inshallah.
Yes, absolutely. And we find that this particular, areas where the earthquake, are they in the past also very prone, as Lombok had an earthquake before? And the way it's structured, if you look at a map, it's islands, obviously sitting in large volumes of water and so forth. Bali also, to some extent, has also been affected, which is, I don't know how distant, the map scales are a bit different, maybe close by to them. But the bigger part of the affected area is Lombok at this point in time that we are talking about. But this area is very prone to earthquakes, and does it happen quite often?
If we look at the overall situation of Indonesia, areas such as Lombok are prone to earthquakes, volcanoes, etc. So these people are already tested in the past. As we know, they had a tsunami in 2004. That's when our Indonesian office was registered. So these people are unfortunately prone in these locations to disasters such as this. But I have to admit one thing, Ibrahim, the iman of these people is unbelievable. They may have lost their homes, they may have lost everything, but subhanAllah, the smiles on their faces, and they meet us, they come to us running, they're still smiling even though they've got nothing. And yet we in the UK and in South Africa, we have so much with us, and we still complain about small things. I think this is a big lesson for us all to learn.
Yes, certainly for all of us, alhamdulillah rabbil alameen. So going towards the days of Hajj and going towards the days of Qurbani and so forth, because this was what I was going to say to you, and I'm going to ask you that the response from these people on these very special days of spirituality and so forth, towards this disaster. And you mentioned now that so much of Sabr that they, have done so. So general life in Lombok at this point in time, is there activity? Are they slowly getting back? Did any of the schools survive? Are kids going to school? And generally your masajids and everything else that's happening. What is it like right now at this point in time? Or are they put on alert not to be able to do anything?
What I will do now, Ibrahim, I'm going to explain to you exactly what we've seen today and what I'm seeing in front of me right now, just so that the listeners know what is going on. The people, the public of Lombok are sitting outside their homes on the roads because they are in fear of more tremors and aftershocks. The children, the elderly, the disabled, they're all sat outside. We're actually watching them right now, and we sat with them, trying to give them some hope and belief. And even many of the masajids have been affected this time round. The people aren't easily going to the masjid because they're scared, and which is natural. So what we've done for these masajids especially is we're building temporary tents and shelters outside the masjid where they'll feel more comfortable in the meantime. So the people are scared. The general audience, the general feeling here is that they are traumatized by this. They are affected deeply. This morning we received medical reports. There's a lot of individuals with high blood pressures as well. And it's understandable that an earthquake can cause such pain. Excuse me. But the thing at the moment is these people need hope, they need support, and most importantly, they need the du'as of the people around the world.
Allahu Akbar. So that's so imperative at this point in time. Allah Taala make it easy. How long do you intend still staying in Lombok, Hafez Saheb? And inshallah the program, if you work out a program as to what's going to happen next from here onwards for you people?
I mean, at the moment we're here for around a week, which is what I told my wife. But looking at the situation, we might need to extend due to the need on the ground. She doesn't know that yet, but I hope she's okay with that. But no, it depends. Whatever the region office will tell us and the head office in South Africa, we will do that, inshallah. But Ibrahim, I request everyone out there, these are blessed days of Hajj. Everyone needs to make du'as for these people. These are our brothers and sisters, and we are one ummah. We need to do what we can to help these people.
Ameen.
And let's make a difference together. Allah is testing them. He's also testing us. He has given us wealth. He has given us health. He has given us everything. These people, unfortunately, are so innocent, amazing people, but they're being tested and they have sabr. They still come to the masjid in big numbers. They have sabr. They have patience. And for me, especially, this is a big lesson to learn about this.
So finally, Hafez Saheb, is that you have still... there's still opportunities for people to forward funds, zakat, lillah, sadaqah, all those funds to the Al-Imdaad offices. They can contact the offices and get some details and so forth. What is the most urgent need at this point in time that you would require?
At this moment, with the first phase of the emergency, people are heavily reliant on food donations. So we are appealing for food and emergency aid at the moment. So if the listeners out there can go to the Al-Imdaad website, which is www.alimdaad.com and alimdaad.co.uk, you can make your donations there. And the office numbers for your South African offices is 0861 786 243. I repeat, 0861 786 243. And subhanAllah, whatever you can give, whether it's 1 rand, 1 penny, 10 rand, 10 pounds, whatever you can give with sincere intentions. And the Al-Imdaad Foundation will deliver with professionalism and care.
Shukran jazilan for your time, for being with us. Allah reward you abundantly. Accept all your humble efforts, inshallah, and the sacrifices that you are making together with the rest of those people. And Allah make it easy for all of us as the ummah. As you said, a test for the people in Lombok via the earthquake, a test for us that are on a very better wicket to be able to provide for those that are in need. Test on both sides. Allah accept and inshallah make it easy. Shukran for Hafez Saheb. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.